Welcome, everyone, to UGC's Battle Academy. My name is Trippin. That guy is Visionary One, and we have the finale of the Autumn Saga of the high school series of the Battle Academy ready to go. Visionary, we saw a lot of amazing games in the group stages. We've got our final bracket ready to go. Who are you most excited to see, just knowing what we know?
Knowing what we know and knowing that Milford dropped a game last night, I'm very excited to see two games. I'm sorry, actually dropped a series is what I should say. Excuse me. I'm excited to see the Revenge Tour. I don't think they're going to take that loss lightly, and I am super excited to see how they're going to come out today. Other than that, obviously, this Carmel team is looking a little bit revamped. They're looking a lot stronger than they did in the qualifiers. And the Dark Horse, Royale with Cheese. I love the name for boomers like us, Trippin'. That's a movie that we hold very dear to our hearts. So for it to be referenced, it's pretty awesome. So I want to see if they can make some noise as well.
Very, very much so. And by the way, all of these teams are competing for some phenomenal scholarship prizes that we're talking about, courtesy of a big list of fantastic sponsors here at the UGC Battle Academy. Running that one down, it's SHI International, LG Electronics, Logitech, Intel, Learn2 Esports Integration, Respawn Gaming Chairs, and Microsoft EDU. The prize pool that we have for this evening's tournament, the top 4 teams going to be receiving some money. A $5,000 total prize pool, $2,500 in scholarship money going to first, $1,500 going to second, $750 going to third, and $250 going to fourth place. Again, this is scholarship money that these teams can use in their pursuit of higher education, which is all that we want to do here at UGC. We want to make sure all those opportunities are given. Well, Visionary, we've talked enough about the players as people. Let's talk a little bit more about the people as players. Let's break down this bracket a little bit for me. Why don't you talk about what we see in this bracket? We've got 12 teams in here. Excited to see what they can do.
So yeah, we had 4 groups yesterday going out. They played group stage all the way through best of 3s. There were groups of 5 and 6. So Portage squeaked in their group, able to play Bosco next if they win. They're going to face up against Pence Manor High School. And then we have La Cueva, who's been a mainstay in the Battle Academy series as well, going to go against Newton North, who made a lot of noise in their group stage. I believe we saw them lose a close one on stream. And then we also have Lake Wales Senior High School, who we did not get to see yesterday, against Princeton High School, who is another team we didn't get to see yesterday. And then Carmel High School JV, which we saw lose in a very close 3-game series. They're going to be playing Rockbridge High School, who won pretty handily in a 2-0 sweep.
Yeah, and that Rockbridge team as well, coming out of the state of Missouri, considered to be one of the best teams in that entire state at this time. So certainly something to look forward to if we get a chance to see them in a little bit. Coming up first tonight, though, we're going to look at what our initial matchup is going to be for the evening to get things kicked off here. And again, we are going to see best of 5s in all of these different rounds to the finals, which will be a best of 7. We're going to have Portage High School taking on Penn Manor High School, 2 teams that, as mentioned, we did not get a good chance to see yesterday, but Visionary, this is going to be the 8 seed taking on the 9 seed. Now, this Portage Esports Red Squad on the East, they were able to get out of just one of the qualifiers, but Penn Manor had to wait all the way to last chance qualifier 2 in order to get in. Those 2 teams are going head-to-head here first.
Yeah, for sure. And Portage has been a mainstay. They've been here since we started this whole thing, starting with the East Coast Invitational back in January. So we've seen a lot of this Portage team. We know what they bring to the table. We haven't seen a lot of Penn. And I know this is actually going to be the last ride for Portage Esports. I know Jade, one of their players, is leaving to focus on soccer going up. So this is kind of a going out ride for them. So this is going to go one of 2 ways. They're going to crash and burn brilliantly, or it's going to look like Fireburner retiring and that giant DreamHack run they made where they got second and eventually lost to Cloud9. They have a very tough bracket in front of them, however. So, I mean, if they can get the vibes up, hey, it's our last shot. Let's just go out, have fun. I mean, I believe this team can do some damage.
Yeah, absolutely. It all comes down to which one of those two things, as you said, that they come out with. So we're going to move on into predictions before we get everybody onto the pitch and get this show on the road. And I really think, Visionary, looking at it, I really feel like, hey, that arc where all of a sudden this team is just clapping kids, this Portage High School team, because they're going out and they're trying to do what they can. As many times as we've had them on stream, we've loved having them here. I'm going to call it in 4 for Portage. And this is probably the hottest take I've probably done in a prediction in a while. And I've got a pretty good streak going alive, but this could be one of the enders. We'll see what you think, though.
Yeah, I'm actually going to go with the scorching earth take, and I'm going to say Portage in 3. I think they're going to come out. I think they're going to drop hot fire on everybody today. I really hope they go out, they have a good time. But just for me personally, I think Portage takes this one in 3. I heard some chatter from Milford, who played against this team in groups. Just kind of reassuring this Portage squad that they could beat this team. So I'm going to take Patty's word for it, and I'm going to go ahead and say Portage in 3.
All right, well, that's what we got for the predictions on the desk. That prediction was live in the chat as well, so hopefully you guys were able to wager your UGC points on who you think is going to end up winning this game. But the two teams are getting on the pitch. They are, in fact, getting ready to go. We're going to see Portage High School taking on Penn Manor High School on the pitches. They get in and get ready to go. It's threes on the kickoff, winning that initial one here in favor of Portage. Slash going up. The touch there. It's going to be Sparse off back low, bringing it out towards midfield. That's how things kind of get started here. Teams just fighting for that initial possession. Now, as we mentioned, is going to be a best of 5 all the way up until finals, which would be a best of 7. 15 seconds down is threes on the attack. Watch that one on target. Slash is going to backflip out of the way as Moto it into the corner, and there's threes yet again, trying to knock that one down. And Jade, it bounces out of the corner. It's out in front of the net. It's free, and Moto's going to get the big clear.
Yeah, you see Slash just wasn't really positioned up as third man to go ahead and take care of that. Three's going to get a save in front of the net. Slash going to come from behind, get a nice demo. Here's a shot on net, going to be slightly widened off the post. Portage is going to have a lot of space, and they rocket a pinch through 3 and chased with their powers combined. Going to send a scorcher down at 77 miles an hour, and I don't think anybody's expecting that.
You know, the ball is barely moving at the top of the opposite key. And a lot of times in Rocket League, if the ball is moving slow, you kind of expect it to keep moving slow. Not when you do that. A phenomenal pinch, just dead on target. Again, you know for sure that was one that they had drawn up, and Slash has this one drawn up as well. 4 minutes 10 left on the clock. The second goal going down as Slash beats Moto at midfield, slots at top shelf. Nobody else is even close to that play.
It's just literally that simple. The speed right now for Portage is coming out after that initial 40 seconds, that real scramble for possession. Right after that, it's just been wraps, and Jade going to put one on net, uses his wheel to slow the ball down. Bionic probably had to save if he hits that with the nose of his car. He's going to position this, slow it down, and Bionic has absolutely no chance on the shot. Jade coming through, making this 3-0 extremely quickly.
I mean, that's a pretty heads-up play from Jade, too, because, again, if you just bang that one on target, it's very likely that you're going to end up smashing that one into an opponent, but hitting it lightly off the tire and changing the speed of the play certainly helps. Other things that certainly help is hitting the ball. Unfortunately, Jade ends up driving right past that one. Sparse takes full advantage, rolls that one into the net. Viz, we've got 4 goals in 57 seconds. It's probably the fastest we've seen a game get to this point. Could be 5 right here from Slash, and that one goes just high.
Yeah, and I just have to ask you, Trippin, have you ever heard of defense? Because I'm not sure either of these teams has this. Sparse going for a demo, and unfortunately, Moto's going to save his own shot. It's going to hit the crossbar, go down, and then he drives through it. Bionic not able to get a touch off of the wall here. Just going to leave possession. Slash going to play it over one. Sparse is able to secure the mid boost. Slash trying to just dive at that ball, basically try to challenge it. Jade's going to shoot this over to the corner once again. We see both teams are being pretty aggressive with the bumps and demos, just trying to get in each other's way. And it's going to lead to just probably more goals, because that typically leads to overcommits as Slash not able to get a touch there. Here's Moto not able to put it on net as well. Still 3-1. The scoring is slowed down a tad bit as Threes is going to get a great save right there, jumping in front of the box. Here's Spares to keep the pressure. Jade trying to get it away. Here's Moto with a shot. Threes going to have another save on the backside once again, as Jade is limited boost, but still has a little bit to work with. Going to try to leave it for a teammate, going to get cut out by Sparse. And right now, the pressure for Penn Manor is just ridiculous, but they haven't been able to secure a goal off of it yet, as Slash puts a pot shot on net. It's going to be slightly wide.
You know, I'm was really surprised, Visionary, that we've got an entire minute without somebody scoring after how quickly we got to this 3-1 scenario. And right now, like you said, a lot of really good pressure from Penn as this one is just dunked by Jade, who has clearly been hitting the gym, is now 3 for 3 as well. It's not just soccer. Jade is lifting heavy here. Getting a big dunk on Sparse as they try to clear to get in that bounce. There's just nothing that Moto or Bionic were going to have an opportunity to do there for Penn Manor. They had a lot of pressure, but Portage High had solid rotation, solid defense. We're in the right position for every single thing that Portage was putting on. Jade looking for the double tap here. Going to get it, but it's going to go off the crossbar. Breeze is going to be there for the answer, collecting their first goal of the series. 2.5 minutes to go. Now a 5-1 lead for Portage High as the goals start to pour in yet again.
Yeah, and Trippin, they say that the best pass is going to be a missed shot. Right there, the great double tap attempt by Jade, just going to drop above the crossbar. Threes is there to clean it up, but I have to commend Portage High right now. That we've known them as kind of a scrambly defense team, known to kind of send two at it when they don't necessarily need to. And right now, they're looking super clean on the rotation on the backside, so it's something that they might have improved a little bit in between yesterday and today. As Three's kicking this down to Jade, going to send it over to the corner. Basically going to give up possession here as Jade tries to get a dunk and actually secures it, but Moto should have a touch. Spirit's going to take it from him. Looking for Bionic, not going to continue that touch, but here's Threes. Once again, to the air, going to fake it out. Takes control, gets a flick. Bionic with the feels backflip. Moto's going to have to come in. Get a save there. I mean, right now, Trippin, it looks like light work for Portage. I don't want to throw shade on either of these teams right now, but they just look like they're vibing. The rotations are clean. They're able to keep pressure when they need to. When they need to get a clear, it's just happening. It's looking like a much cleaner game for them than it is for this Penn team right now.
Yeah, certainly. But here is a phenomenal pass and a great shot on target as well from Moto. And Threes comes in, making the heroic save. Slash makes no touch, probably for the better. And Jade's going to bring this one out of their own corner. 90 seconds left to go. Jade with the musty into the corner, looking for that tap read. Isn't going to get it. It's going to be Penn Manor trying to take over here on offense. Bionic with 0 boost and somehow gets a demo with 0. Puts a shot on target. That one goes at the crossbar. Moto comes in for the answer. Bionic finally getting demoed and going back the other way. Sparse looking for the ceiling, looking for a pass out towards midfield, but stuck with 0 again. And that's something that we've said a couple of times right here, is that this Penn Manor team gets into these great offensive positions, but hasn't had the boost to finish a couple times. And when they have had the boost to finish, you see exactly what you just saw. A brick wall in the Portage High net. They've only let one of the shots in up to this point. I don't know if Penn Manor is going to have it in them to get another one through.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where you're completely correct. Like right here, attacking off the sidewall, right? You want to follow that up. You want to get a second touch after the initial one. 0 boost, can't get back to the ball, and this is going to be in front. Jade should have the first touch here, going to be dunked by Sparse, but it's going into positions. These 50s aren't just going in the right spot for Penn Manor to be able to capitalize on these. As that's sent through, Slash is pre-jumping this one on Moto. It's going to be a whifty right in front of the net. Bionic's going to have to turn around this one, and he is able to. But Trippin, at the end of the day, it's just looking like the 50-50s really aren't rolling Penn Manor's way right now, and Portage has just been able to take advantage of the offense as Jade going for another double tap, not able to get it there. Sparse is going to kick this down. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of 3, 4, 5-point shots you can get in Rocket League. This isn't basketball, unfortunately. So as this floats on net, Sparse is going to get the consolation goal as time runs out with 0 seconds, but it's going to finish up 5-2, and the game was really never out of Portage's hands, even though Penn Manor has the exact same number of shots at the end of the day than Portage High does.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, you love getting that consolation goal right at the end of the game, and it does go to Portage High. They take game number 1 of this best-of-5 series, and really, it's just on the back of Jade. Yeah, sure, Threes had 10 less points, all coming from the saves, and that's certainly what kept them in the group, but Jade had a great dunk in front of the net. Threes had a phenomenal save as well, and Slash is like, hey, if my teammates are going to play out of their minds like this, I don't mind if I get 178 points and go 1 for 2 and don't look like much else. That's going to work out for them. Sparse ends up scoring both goals for the Penn Manor squad. Those 2 for 2, those 2 goals were assisted as well. And what I do like, Visionary, here, of the 7 goals total that were scored, all but one of them had additional participation. So someone's shooting those assists. The passing is certainly there, but Penn Manor's got to get theirs a little bit faster and play a little bit better defense if they want to take a game off this Portage High squad.
Certainly do. Portage right now, I mean, threes was just a stalwart in the backside, getting all 4 saves for Portage. So he was just in the right position at the right time, totally comfortable as third man, and he knew when to push up into offense as well. Obviously, 2 assists and 1 goal off the it was off the double tapped attempt by Jade. So he was just kind of a cleanup man and just playing back, letting the other 2 do their job. Slash was applying pressure. Jade, obviously, we know how mechanical he is, able to get those plays, and Pin Manor is going to have to shut down one of those 2 options if they want to go ahead and take a game. They either have to challenge Jade immediately and get the ball off of his face, or they need to just blow up threes and remove him from the pitch entirely, because 4 saves on, I believe, what was 10 shots, and only 2 of them went in. I mean, you got to do something about that great defense.
Yeah, certainly. Slash knocks this one down in front, and Bionic and Moto double commit on that one. It's Jade who will play it into the corner. Slash and threes are both there. Looking for the demo here is Sparse. Doesn't get it. Three's going to put a shot on target, top shelf. Great job here from Threes, streaking down the left-hand side, stealing that one away from a teammate, faking one out, and then grabbing the boost and just lightly getting that one over the top of Bionic. Everything worked out perfectly for Threes on that play. I would have expected a 50 at some point in time. Unfortunately, though, Penn Manor just wasn't able to make the touch and ended up getting torched there, and they're going to try to answer here right away with a floater. Here comes Sparse off the backboard in front of the net. Slash pushes out towards midfield for Jade to take control. Yet again, looking for one, and Bionic's going to pass this one upfield to Moto, who can't connect.
Slash actually is a great continuing touchdown field right there, as this is going to be there for Sparse. Jade and Threes are going to be slow to this one, and it's a tie game already, and the scoring streak continues for both these teams in the opening minute. We got 2 in 37 seconds, but this is just a great play. Sparse putting it far post, knows that the 2 aren't in position to deal with a shot anywhere near there, and just booms it home at 70 miles an hour.
Yeah, absolutely perfect passing play coming out from the Penn Manor squad, and that's how they scored their goals in game number 1 as well, was very good passing plays. I certainly like the heads-up opportunities that they put themselves in right there. Now we'll see if they'll can play a little bit of defense as well, as Bionics on the ball pushes that one out in front of the net. Very, very dangerous. Slash is going to put it on target. The backflip in the front of the net is going to give Slash that 2-1 lead. 4:09 to go, and Visionary, I feel like we said this story before, a lot of goals in that first minute.
Yeah, 3 on the board this time. What was it, 5 on the board last game? So
yeah,
quite a bit of scoring fiesta in the first minute of both these games. I don't think either team is going to try to slow down. 2-1 right now as Jade just booms one off the backboard here. Bionic's going to be able to have the read, but it's still going to be in front of the net. Slash getting the goal? I'm sorry. I was so confused. I was like, Slash is getting bumps, and then I see it go off the crossbar, and then somehow Slash is credited with this. Oh, my God.
My goodness.
Off the squishy. The squishy steal? Is that a new mechanic?
Squishy steal. That's what we're going to have to go with. We've got that 3-1 score line again at 4:01 on the clock. The first minute goes underway with 4 more goals scored in that first minute. These 2 teams just hilarious. How quickly they score, and I think, you said it best, Visionary, have either of these teams heard what the best defense is, because up to this point they certainly haven't. There hasn't been a whole lot of that to go around. Bionic going to drop one underneath the defender and get this one within 1 again. Slash was on backboard in pretty good position, and Bionic just lays that one slowly underneath. I don't think Slash was expecting that shot there.
No, I think he was expecting a carry. I mean, looking at his position on the backboard, he was definitely looking for that ball to pop up, and just the immediate shot kind of threw him off. It was definitely a savable ball, but when you're on the backboard, sometimes those mistakes can happen, as Moto's going to boom this one downfield. And as we have to continue beating this dead horse, the offensive onslaught continues. I mean, the best defense is a good offense, apparently. His Threes tries to take a 50-50. This might be on net. You have Jade awkward right now, just flipping off the back wall, but it's going to be slow here for this Penn Manor team trying to get through. Moto trying to get a second touch, not able to. Slash playing it lightly over. Sparse looking for the third man. Three's going to boom this one downfield towards the net. Moto's going to have an easy save here as he's going to go through. Jade's going to cut this one off in the midfield. Is somebody going to be there for Portage? They are not, as Three's deep as that third man again, going to beat out Sparse by a country mile, as this ball is just chilling once again in the half. Here's Slash getting a touchdown. Bionic going to try to boom this towards net. Jade's going to have an easy touch over to the side, but Sparse is going to take control here. Bit of a whifty there. Moto's going to push it through 2. Can he get it through 3? Slash is able to take the 50, but it's still going to be in front of the box. 3 streaking across the field, able to get the touch. Bionic a bit awkward here, and 3 is going to be able to take advantage of that with the touch that he has right now. Looking for a teammate in the midfield. Here's Slash with the shot. Sparse has a touch. It's going to go off their own crossbar, and somehow, some way, Jade's going to find the way through. It's going to be 4-2 with 2:36 remaining.
Yeah, Threes crosses to Slash. I think Threes actually might have been the one to quote-unquote save that in front of the net. Maybe they were going for a steal. Ends up popping it back to Jade, and it ends up working out in their favor. Jade comes in, cleans up, gets that goal, and now provides a 4-2 lead for the Portage High squad as we hit halftime here, and Slash looks for another one off backboard. This one kind of just falls right down in front, and Threes is going to make the read. Their second goal of the game is the 5th for Portage High. Then a big answer right here as Penn Manor tries to get the momentum to get back in it, and a handful of unanswered goals from Portage High.
And the last game scoreline was 5-2 tripping, I believe. So we're already at 14 goals for the series so far. We're only halfway through game 2. Like, these teams are just piling on the goals right now as Jade's going to kick that one out to avoid the defender. Threes going back to Jade. Has a shot. It's going to be high. Can Bionic get a touch here? He can. Sends it out to the corner. Slash might have an answer, but he doesn't. Threes is going to have to turn around on this one. No, he's just going to insta challenge. That is an ego challenge and a half right there for Threes as Spar's going to play this one out. Tries to play it slow, gets the dribble. Back up right now. Going to 50-50 with Jade. It's going to be off the crossbar and down. Slash with a shot on net. Bionic's going to get in the way right there. As Threes continues this offensive pressure once again. Gets a 50-50 in front. Nobody on Portage is going to be in position. They're both retreating for boost as Jade's going to be here trying to get the doink. Not going to be able to get it. Cole and Stumpy would not be proud of that man in that situation. As Threes going to sit here and wait as Sparse kicks this downfield. Slash is going to have a great touch actually off his own backboard. Continuation downfield from Jade once again. And with 140 left, it kind of looks like the same exact story as game number 1, Trippin. It's just like Portage is just a little bit faster than this Penn team, and it's showing just in the sheer fact of how many goals are being scored right now.
Yeah, absolutely. And Slash is going to have a great opportunity right here and going to land that one home. 125 there and complete the hat trick there with that 6th goal for the team. Moto looked for the read on Backwell, didn't get that one, and then came streaming off the crossbar. Try to get that save. Unfortunately, Slash just a little bit too fast for them. Looking like Portage is going to take this series up to 2-0. It is a best of 5. There is still some time to come back, and it'll be very difficult for Penn Manor to make that happen. This one bounces off the side. Well, here comes Moto with the bounce shot. Get that one past Threes. Don't count out Penn Manor quite yet. They make a great goal here with this very efficient team passing plays. We've seen them do so many times.
Yeah, it's just a great effort, honestly. There's nothing else to be described there. They were able to find each other, able to find the holes in the Portage High defense. They're still chasing 3 with 1:15 remaining, however, so it's going to be a bit difficult to come back from, but not impossible. Of course, as Slash gets a glancing blow over to the side, Moto's going to just boom this downfield. Looking for Bionic. The passing plays are coming out in spades right now for Penn Manor as this comes through. Threes able to play it away, and you know, they're starting to amp up the heat a little bit. They finally got up to 4 registered shots as a 50-50 comes back in. Once again, Moto's not able to get the greatest touch. Threes going to play that over off of his own corner. Sparse already up on this one. A whiffy going to happen in the corner, and Threes going to let Slash take to this one as he gets demoed. Slash trying to get a flick, not able to, gets dunked. It's going to be a 2v1 right here. Bionic should be the first one to this ball. It's going to be whiffed in the corner once again. Slash able to come through. Here's Jade with the follow-up. Going to get it around 1. Slash going to take the low 50-50. Here's Sparse going to kick it out to the side, get dunked by Slash. It's going to be off of the crossbar. He's going to play it backwards, and a great backside demo coming up from Sparse on Threes. And now we're in another 1v1 situation. Moto doesn't have any boost, just has to flick it up. Threes plays it off of his own bar, and it's going to be out. And they got to score right now, Trippin. Penn Manor has to get one on the board currently if they want to come back in this game too, as Bionic trying to get the touch, not able to, and I'm afraid they're not going to be able to score 4 or 3 to send it into overtime with 5 seconds left as Bionic gets a touch over 1. They might get another consolation goal, but at this point, you're down 2-0. It kind of feels bad, man.
Yeah, I mean, another great late goal here for Penn Manor. It's a little bit too little, too late. And one of the things that I don't think you often see or talk about in Rocket League, a lot of times you say that a team has panic defense. When they are in a situation the ball is continuously being thrown at them, they don't necessarily know what to do. Maybe you have a couple mistakes, you have a couple missed touches, you have some awkwardness, that sort of thing. What I'm seeing from this Penn Manor squad, oddly enough, is the opposite. I'm actually seeing some panic offense from them. They get into these great positions and have opportunities to score some goals or at the very least put shots on target, and they've put a couple on. Like, they had 6 shots in that game. 2 of them got saved. They scored 4 goals. But there was a lot of other opportunities that could have been shots that just weren't, or they could have been higher quality shots, and that would have given them a better chance in this game. A little bit interesting to see how they're going to adjust and play through that and just take that extra second, to calm down when you're in front of the net with a good look to make a decent shot.
Yeah, and it's been double commits mainly in the midfield. That's really kind of broken Penn Manor for me. You're completely right in the assessment that that it's kind of panic offense, which isn't really something you really see in Rocket League too often, right? Sometimes you'll see two teammates like chasing a ball or whatever, but it doesn't really happen too often, especially when you're in comms. And to see them kind of just throw double commits in the midfield and kind of break that offensive pressure, and we've seen how good their pressure can be. I mean, they had a 2-minute stretch in game 1. That last minute, 30 seconds in game 2, that was all Penn Manor, right? They just have to be able to continue to string it together. And when they're not doing that, it's just a sheer fact of the matter that they're throwing away their own possessions. They're throwing their own opportunities because of misjudged placements on the pitch, and they're double committing because of it. So if they can clean that up, they can definitely take a game here and prove you right once again in 4 games. I mean, 6-4 is a very close game, especially with the pressure at the end. They just weren't able to get it to crack in time, really. So look for Penn Manor to come out strong to try to continue that pressure in this game number 3, knowing that their life is on the line right now.
And that could be sometimes, especially in Rocket League, what's going to separate the good from the very good is that consistency and that ability to finish plays. And I think right now this Penn Manor team is good, but this Portage High team is very good. I think that's what the differentiation is at the moment, but we'll see what happens here in game number 3. Both the casters on the desk have picked Portage High to win this series. Visionary picked it in a sweep. I picked it in 4 games. We'll see if either one of us are correct right here. Is Jade going to take some offense into the corner? Gets a great pass. Bionic going to be there. Gets dunked by Threes. Look down here off the ceiling by Sparse. Slash will joint that back out towards midfield. It's Moto has the ability to get the control first. Threes is going to launch that one down the opposite corner. The pass off backward. Here comes Jade. Looking for the read. Great save by Bionic RL. It's Sparse who will take that one out of their own zone. Trying to hit Slash. Moto going to launch that one right past them. Looking for a touch here, and no, going to have a bit of a field split. Got to increase that dodge dead zone a little bit. Sparse clear off the backboard. Cut off by Slash, who was already up in the air and ready to go. 3 players now for this Penn Manor squad, all behind the ball. It's Sparse taking this one out, trying to get it across. We've seen this great passing play before. Moto hits it on target. It ends up running right into Sparse. That one goes a little bit wide and taken over for a second there by Portage High, but ultimately Penn Manor still has that pressure. And Visionary, for the first time, we don't see 17 goals scored in the first minute.
Yeah, I mean, but this is how Penn Manor plays, right? They're going to have consistent aggression the entire time. As a great shot for Threes comes in, and Sparse is able to play that away. Moto's actually going to get bumped off of the ball here. But right now, Penn Manor's also winning the resource battle. Their boost count has been consistently higher than Portage's has. And it's really disabled their transition into offense. So I want to see more of that for sure from Penn Manor. Probably the first double commit of the game comes out right now for Portage's. Threes banging this, looking for Slash. Not going to be able to find him. Trying to put one on net. It's going to be popped off of 2 players that were just kind of camping on the backboard as Jade gets it through one, dunks another, and this should allow Threes to be the first one to this ball. We're going to see what he does. He just kind of throws possession there. Bionic's not able to get the read. Threes going for the bump. Is this just going to go in? Threes gets bumped back into the ball and gets the goal. And if you're a Penn fan, that is not what you want to see. I mean, it's a great bump attempt by Threes, but Threes getting bumped back into the ball. I just can't believe it.
I mean, that's absolute gold. Now, I will say that was most likely going to end up a goal anyways. Moto wins the kickoff, and that went off the post, but Moto reads it and ties it up right away. This is huge for Penn Manor, because if they had missed this opportunity, if Moto wasn't able to capitalize on that open backfield, I think we would have seen Portage High most likely start to run away with this game. But to get it tied up again at 2:45, clutch for this Penn Manor squad. We'll see if they're able to keep that up and regain a lead here. Haven't seen them in that position all too often. They've tried to get close a couple times. They've been within 1. They've never quite been this close. Threes with the play down the middle of the pitch. Slash looks to the redirect down, and Threes is going to get credit for the goal. I don't know if that hit the bottom of the hitbox of Slash for a slight redirect, or if it was just a good floater from Threes. But either way, 2-1 with 2:30 to go.
No, he just faked it out. I mean, you have to respect the fact that he's up above the goal, and they both did. Unfortunately, nobody went for the ball there. They weren't able to get back in time. And you're right, Portage up 2-1. I mean, 2:30 remaining is going to be the lowest scoring game of the series by far. Is Slash going to be able to play this one through? Only 10 boosts to his name, but still should have a challenge on Moto that he's going to win. Jade gets demoed from the backside by Sparse. His Threes going to be on this, kicks it out to the corner. There's a little bit of a cluster up in front of the net. Moto's going to stand strong in that net, get registered with a save as well for his efforts as Jade comes flying through. Here's another touch, gets a flip reset, not able to do much with it. Sparse going to the other side. Jade gets a bump, but luckily Moto's going to come diving in as third man, be able to clear that one out. His Threes continues this pressure once again, sending it down. Here's Jade looking for the shot. Bionic and Jade both miss. leaving Moto just able to do whatever he wants to with this ball, opting for the cross-court air dribble. Gets 2. Slash is going to be able to play that out to his corner. And, I mean, with 148 remaining, this is a much closer game. Only a 1-goal shot disparity right now. Bionic able to scoop that one up, and it's been more of a midfield battle. Only being 2-1 right now, it's really down to who's going to make the next mistake.
Every single minute of this series, this Penn Manor team has gotten better, and they equalize again. Bionic RL gonna play that one as Threes just rolls that one back out, probably looking for Jade. Moto capitalizes, then Jade is caught out of position, and a perfectly placed shot there from Bionic. The assist going to Moto. Get this one evened up here. 90 seconds left to go. Penn Manor still trying to keep themselves alive. Again, this is a single elimination final bracket, folks. So you only have one shot in these best of fives to prove that you need to stay alive. It's Jade who's trying to complete the sweep here for Portage High. Going to get denied, going right back down to Slash. Bionic just trying to take it away. Threes finally going to get a bit of something. Bounces it off the backboard. There is going to be a great dunk on the goal line by Slash. That one, I think, might have actually been saved had Slash not been there for the finish.
I mean, Slash actually got a double touch on this one. Bionic definitely had a clear on that ball. Slash was just still up on it, completely dunks him straight into the net. Portage takes a 3-2 lead, 109 remaining. But this is where we've seen Penn Manor shine. They always are able to apply pressure in the last minute, so I want to see if they can continue that right now that they're only chasing 1 goal instead of the 2 or 3 that it's been in games 1 and 2 as Bionic kicks that down, looking for a touch. Slash going to play it through right now as Sparse able to win the 50-50 and continue this ball's push in the blue half. Bionic not able to come up with that touch there, but he does secure the corner boost. And here's Moto with a shot. Would have had a huge chance because Threes had no boost whatsoever. But Moto, unfortunately, not able to put that one on target. Here's Sparse kicking it up high. Is there going to be a player on Penn that can slot this in the net? No, it's going to be off the post. Just missed it. Bionic's going to try to continue this pressure here. Not able to catch up with it entirely. But here's a counterattack opportunity right now for Sparse. Threes going to play that off of the own corner. Once again, here's Moto. He's up. Can't read Slash, who plays it barely under him. You see the trail on that is orange, and a demo comes out. The pressure is still mounting right now for Penn Manor. Can Portage survive this last-minute assault? 15 seconds remaining. Sparse going for a touch, not able to get it. Slash kicks this downfield. We're going to see Moto off the respawn. Might be the first one of this ball. Slash actually going to hit it backwards. Is Bionic going to be up in time for this? Threes beats him out. He's going to be dropping in front. Here's Sparse booming it over, looking for Moto. He's not going to make contact, and Portage takes the sweep in 3.
Oh, so close on that redirect. They had the play, and they've had this look again, Visionary, especially late in games. So many times did this Penn Manor team with those last couple of good looks, really turning it up in the last 45 or so seconds of each and every game and getting this one close. But like I said, in the middle of that game, every single minute that Penn Manor was playing versus this Portage High team, they kept continuously getting better. They looked, that first game, looked like it was going to be an easy blowout for Portage. Then that second game got a little bit closer than I think a lot of people suspected, going 6-4. And then this game, Penn Manor never had the lead, but they were so close so often. They were always right there, and they only end up dropping that one by 1 goal. So certainly a big shout out to them and everything that they were able to accomplish in that game. I mean, you end up being right. We both get the correct team that's going to move on to the next round. The number 8 seed, Portage High School. It's going to be moving on tonight.
Yeah, I mean, they did a great job. Their offense was pretty much unstoppable. I mean, they scored a total of, I believe, just got to do some quick caster math, I think 14 goals in that series. So they did a great job. And also, they kind of broke their own curse, right? They've only won 1 time whenever we've casted them.
Yes.
And so to get another win while we cast them, I know that's big for the guys. I know they definitely appreciate that for sure. So to see the boys in Portage actually come through in the clutch on a cast, it's beautiful to see, Trip. And so we're going to have some more Battle Academy coming to you right after this.